Hi guys, so I recently grabbed a few new things from Physicians Formula and I just figured I would share them with you, talk about them, give little reviews, and do swatches because I was super excited whenever I went to pick them up. And I've never really been that much into Physicians Formula, but I really liked the butter bronzer, so I decided to get the two butter blushes. And then they had these two at the display and I just figured what the heck, why not try them. And this is a contour and highlight palette. So I will say one thing right off the bat is that I don't really know if it's Physicians Formula in a whole because I haven't used that much of their stuff, but just everything that I've tried so far from between this and the butter bronzer, I feel like it is all like meant for fair to light skin tones. Maybe medium, but probably not. Like I feel like the butter bronzer, they have light bronzer and then they have bronzer as the two shades, and I have bronzer, which is the darker one, and it's still very light and it's very natural on me, even though I'm like the palest shade of every foundation that's offered. So I feel like if you have darker skin tones, like I don't know if Physicians Formula has other options, but everything that I've tried, I feel like it was not going to satisfy you or work for you, which I think sucks. So first off, one of the blushes is in the shade Natural Glow, and I do have both of these blushes on my cheeks today. This one I use as more of a blush topper. As you can see, that's all that comes off of it. If you're a little bit darker, it might work as a highlight. See, it's very light. I guess it would be a highlight on some people, but for me, again, I just use it as a blush topper, but I do like it like that and I love the smell of it. And this other shade is called Plum Rose. I don't think I showed you the other one, but it just looks like this. Also, they come with these like really crappy, let me see if I can open it, crappy applicators. These suck. They don't do anything good. I don't know why they even bother putting them in there. But here is Plum Rose, which just looks like this. I love this personally because it is a very neutral blush, which is hard to find because I feel like a bunch of neutrals that I have, like they just turn pink on me. But there's Plum Rose right there. As you guys can see, super light even on my fair skin. So also another con for these is that these are really expensive. All I got were these four things from Ulta, but they were also buy one get one 50% off. And I had like little vouchers that were on them that was like $3 off one, $3 off another, $2 off one, and they ended up being $36 total, but I think I saved $18, so like $50 for four things from the drugstore is a little ridiculous in my opinion. But here is the highlight palette. It's super pretty. I will say the one thing about the packaging for these two palettes is that it kind of sucks. Like you can't really open this all the way without like this popping up, which is kind of annoying. Like you have to like, I don't know, it's just annoying that it doesn't like, it just doesn't work out. So the actual powders are kind of like, they're kind of really powdery. I don't know if you guys can see. I mean, obviously very pigmented, but very powdery. So there's the three shades there. Again, I think they're really pretty, and this bronze one I would never use on my face. I don't think, even as a bronzer, it's way too pigmented, but I think that this would be a beautiful eyeshadow. So let me swatch these for you. You guys can see the powderiness. I mean, I don't think the powder shows up that much on the face, but it's definitely not the most high quality powder. It is soft, it's pigmented, it's pretty, but I don't know. I really like these two, like this white and this yellow shade mixed together. I think they're really pretty. Let me show you that. So right there, you can see on my, so right here on my hand, if you guys can see, that's the two, the white and the yellow mixed together, and I think that they look really pretty, but it's kind of hard to show. So overall, I think that this is okay. It's nice to try, but I wouldn't say like run out and buy it like as fast as possible. And then this is the contour palette, which again I think is very fair friendly because even the highlight shade, these shades in palettes for me are always like way too dark, but this one is actually like my skin tone, and I really like this one to go underneath my contour and go right here and like really sharpen it up. I didn't do that today because I just contoured super light. You guys can see, there it is. You can see it on the inner part of my arm because everyone knows the inner part of your arm is lighter, so you can actually see it standing out. But on my face, it blends in. And then there is a cool contour shade, and these powders actually feel less powdery than the highlighters do. But there's the cool contour, and there is the warm bronzer. The warm bronzer is actually really dark, but I went in with a light hand and made it work. There's those. Those ones actually feel really nice, and I actually really like this contour kit. I think that it's actually a really great buy because you have exactly what you need. You have a warm shade, you have a cool shade, a warm shade, like a highlight shade, or like a fix-up mistake shade, or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like this is perfect because you have exactly what you need, as opposed to like most contour kits have like 6 shades or whatever, and do you really need that many shades? You think you do, but you really don't, you know? So again, packaging is the same, it kind of sucks, but I will say that both palettes come with a brush, and this brush actually doesn't suck, so that's great. So it's actually really soft, and I was kind of intrigued by the brush, and I did use it to contour the other day, and I wouldn't compare it to like my Nars Ida or anything. I think the Nars Ida is better, but this actually feels a lot softer than the Nars one. But either way, I feel like this gives you a very, very sharp contour. If you're into that, then you'll really like this. I also bronzed my face with it. I liked it. I didn't use it for highlight, like the shimmery highlights, because I don't know, I guess it could work, but it just wasn't my thing. And then I also used this, here, I'll show you guys right now. I used it with the lighter shade, and I used this one to clean up. And just went underneath like that. I don't think it made a real difference because I wasn't really messy today, but as you guys can see, it just, I don't know, it's actually a usable, functionable brush. So I thought that was nice, especially because the ones that come with the butter bronzer literally suck so bad. Also inside, it has a mirror. And I was about to say the quality sucks, but I realized that I didn't take the paper off of it. But it does have a decent size mirror actually too. So I think that the contour kit is actually like a home run. If you're pale, I'm a fan of the blushes. I think that they're nice. I like them. And then the highlight I like, but I wouldn't say like run out and buy it or anything unless you're like a total highlight junkie and you just want to try everything. Then it's okay. It's not a bad product, but there's just so many things on the market, and I'm sure you already own 10 highlighters, don't lie to me. So yeah, so I hope the swatches and like little mini reviews were helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.